Welcome to this edition of the first reading, where I'll go over the first reading at Daily Mass this week, the fifth week of Lent. So on Monday, we hear from the book of Daniel, where Daniel rescues the woman Susanna from being falsely accused by two elderly men who falsely accused her of adultery. So Daniel defends her, catches these two men in a lie, and it says, "Thus was innocent blood saved on that day." On Tuesday, we hear from the book of Numbers. So while the Israelites were journeying through the desert, they got impatient with God. And so God, to teach them a lesson, sent serpents to bite them. And then he also told Moses, if you hold up a bronze serpent, then anyone who looks at it will be cured from their serpent bites. So that's what we hear on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we hear once again from the book of Daniel, where three young men were thrown into the furnace by the king at the king's orders. And so even though they were persecuted, even though they were in the furnace, the flames did not devour them because God was protecting them. So that's what we hear on Wednesday. On Thursday, we celebrate the Feast of the Annunciation. So this is 9 months before December 25th. 9 months before December 25th, March 25th, we celebrate when the angel Gabriel announced to Mary that she was be pregnant with Jesus. And so we hear from the first reading, from the book of Isaiah, the prophet telling King Ahab that a virgin will be with child. And so later on in the Bible, or later on, the apostles look back at this passage and they say, oh yes, this passage applies to Jesus. On Friday, we hear from the book of Jeremiah. So as we've heard throughout Lent, poor Jeremiah is always being persecuted for all of his preaching. This time, he praises God because God rescued the poor man from the evil ones. And so he's praising God that despite the persecution he's receiving, God is still watching over him. And finally, on Saturday, we hear from the book of the prophet Ezekiel, where Ezekiel says that all of the people will be gathered, all of the people scattered out throughout all of the world. God will bring all of the people back, all of the Israelites back from their exile, and then all the nations will know that God is the true God because he will build their sanctuary among them. And that's what we hear about on Saturday, God reuniting his people. And so those are the daily readings for this week. Thanks for watching. If you'd like more first readings, you can click on the subscribe button. Thanks for watching. God bless. Until next time.